Hi, I'm Drew.
And I'm Sam.
And welcome to Drewling Samantics.
Good morning, mate. Here I am.
Top of the morning to you there, Sam.
How did I know?
Slanger. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah. For anyone not following, well, no one will be following. No one knows what you're referencing there. And that's not a reflection on your Irish impersonation. It's a very good Irish.
I think it might be.
Maybe a bit of both. Hello, everyone watching, listening, wherever you happen to be. Drew and I have both just come back from Ireland. Hence his little bit of Irish speak there.
Irish greeting, yeah.
Weirdly, we both went to Ireland at the same time. We both came back from Ireland at the same time. Were we in Ireland together? No, we bloody weren't.
No, we weren't. No, miles apart.
But anyway, cheers to you, or as you say,
yeah.
Yes.
Larger, mate. There we go. Lovely.
How was Ireland? Did you enjoy? I mean, stupid question. I know you did because I was speaking to you. But
yeah,
but those out there, we were both out doing immersive dinner theatre experiences. You were Fawlty Towersing.
I was in Dublin one night, and then up to Belfast, at lovely Belfast Castle, the next night.
Yeah.
Where were you? You were out. You were at the Sticks somewhere, weren't you?
Yeah. So flew out to Kerry, then. Taxi to somewhere else in Cork, isn't it? That's County Cork, and then went further north the following day to County Galway to
nice.
Beautiful hotel that you've been to before as well.
Yeah.
So but very much sort of the west coast and in Ireland, whereas you obviously were the other side. So yeah, but it was and to tell you what, the Emerald Isle is rather beautiful, isn't it? And we had a good time out there. Both
it was lovely,
respectively. You doing Fawlty Towers, I was doing a Lower Low, or dinner theatre that pays homage to the great comedy that is a Lower Low. And then we've come back, mate, flown back in. And it's bloody weather warnings and horrible. It's almost.
I know. I mean, I have to say, Sunday morning in Belfast was a little bit of a kind of like, oh, hello, because it was very windy. But and our flight was 20 minutes early arriving.
Really?
Back in Gatwick, and it was like I thought, we've flown in on the wind.
Yeah,
that was what it was. Because it was bloody windy. And I mean, I looked out the window a few minutes ago, and it's blowing a gale and. The rain's coming down. It's like, oh, joy and rapture,
Yeah.
So, where better to be on a cold and wet day than sitting here having a little chat with me, mate, talking all things theatre, mate, and all things film. Well, all things film today, isn't it?
Well, yeah, this is true. And then, first of all, thank you. That's a really, really lovely greeting. I'm sure you'll make up for it by being a bastard in other ways at some point.
Oh, at some point I'll get my own back, Sam.
You've got one in the bank now, so you sort of you can get away with it. But yes, no, we obviously we have the Oscars are coming up, and we did mention we were going to chat about it.
Yeah,
and it's interesting because I looked back, and we almost do. And correct me, if I was to say biannual, that means twice a year, but it can also mean 2 yearly.
Every 2 years, yes.
Yeah. So actually, every sort of couple of years, we've done a little bit about award ceremonies and the Oscars and stuff, and we did a big discussion about people will remember a good few years ago there was a certain incident with
yes,
rather brilliant Oscar-winning on that occasion actor who took matters into his own hands. I think is
quite literally in his own hands.
We won't go back over that.
We don't need to go anywhere there.
We're running into the future. And then we had a big discussion about Oppenheimer because it broke lots of records, got lots and lots of awards, lots of nominations. More so the breaking the records for the number of nominations than the awards, but it did still win quite a few. And then we find ourselves almost 2 years on again, having another natter about the Oscars. And we've got more records broken, mate.
We have.
And in big style. So, for anyone that wants to go back and listen, I think it was towards the end of our 4th season, we did an Oscars episode or an awards episode, and also mid to late season 10 was the other one. And we talked a lot in that one particularly about number of Oscars certain people have won, who's won the most, etc., and particularly nominations. And this ceremony is no different in that another film has broken the record for number of nominations. But what makes it more interesting, or perhaps the reasoning behind that, is because there are now, since we last talked about the Oscars, more categories to be nominated.
Yes.
It broadened slightly. And so Sinners, which is the Michael B. Jordan vampire film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fabulous movie. It's been nominated for 16 Oscars,
yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm sure someone out there will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think now in the current setup, the most a feature film can be nominated for is 17. And that includes sort of all the individual ones within that and certain people, directors and actors.
That's right, yeah. No, I think you're right, Sam. I think it's 17.
16 out of 17 is bloody impressive. So you would make the assumption, and not just on volume, but because it's very good, but it's got to win a fair few, hasn't it?
I would have thought so. I mean, if you look at, I mean, I was looking at there are 12. There are some good best film nominations, aren't there? I mean, obviously if we're British and we're looking at the success of Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal, Hamnet, but that's nominated for 8, so that's not bad, given it's a reasonably small budget, and I use that advisedly. Film, yeah. It's not a blockbuster.
Relatively is the word in there, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're looking at there's The Secret Agent, which did very well at Cannes, Begonia, Marty Supreme, which is, I think, a
Marty
kooky
Supreme's
little film.
Has that got another 8?
9.
Nominated?
9 Marty Supreme, yeah. Train Dreams, which I don't know too much about.
No.
Formula One, which is obviously Mr. Brad Pitt.
That's the big shock, I think.
Yes,
in the
I think you're right.
That I was going to say it didn't do well. It's not that it didn't do well, but it's not sort of, it wasn't a shock film. Like,
no.
Sort of, where Marty Supreme has sort of come from nowhere, Sinners, one battle after another, they're sort of, wow, where's that come from? Kind of thing. Albeit a lot of them have got massive casts, etc. F1, it was sort of it's another one of these. It's going to be good. It'll be great, sort of thing. I don't know. I'm probably doing it a disservice the way I'm describing it, but I think it's surprising that it's got the Best Picture nomination.
I'm surprised.
Perhaps it's an old school thing. I mean, the Oscars is still very much an old boys club, and I'm not trying to be controversial by that. It's true.
No, it is. I mean, if you think as well, I mean, if you look, I mean, I agree. I mean, it is an and if you think of all, I mean, these are not only films and directors and people that are nominated or whatever, but at the end of the day, there are massive studios.
Yeah.
And under those studio umbrellas, there are several films at several times. So, films will have 16 whatever nominations, but studios will end up with maybe 30 nominations. So, I mean, and you're playing underneath those banners of great films, good actors, great directors, etc., that we take more notice of. Way back behind that, the politics and the bankers are looking at, the power, the breadth of the studios. And also, the onslaught of Netflix and Amazon and people like that who are massive studios now, and you think they're fighting back, So I think for F1, I think it's an old school movie. It's back to your Paul Newmans and all those and what was the one with James Hunt? I can't remember what that was called.
Rush. Chris Hemsworth playing.
That's right. I mean, they were great films, and there's been 3 or 4 really good, groundbreaking, Formula One, for want of a better phrase, films. And I don't think this one, even though it's got Brad Pitt and some great, and it looks good, I don't think it's as good as them. So I was quite surprised it got the best film, although I was surprised it didn't get other nominations.
Yeah, so it's very. Has it got? I don't think it's got any others at all. Has it?
No, I mean I would have. I mean they said it's been snubbed, but but then if you're looking at best film and stuff, Wicked, nothing.
No.
Wicked, absolutely nothing. And you think you've got some big stars in that. It's an enormously popular franchise if you think of the music and the stage show and the films, and you think, where was that?
I'm probably wrong about this because I'm not always up on my cinema. Isn't the second one out now or about to come out as well? Because
yes.
They did it as almost a two-parter thing, didn't they?
Yeah. So that may tip the balance. They may go, actually,
They do, but I'd be surprised because you would think surely the first is the one to kind of do that. I mean, you look at things like perhaps The Matrix, where it was set up, we knew there were going to be more than one, but the first one was so impactful that's the one that sort of got the real recognition. But yeah, so some great nominations for Best Picture. I have a.
Where are you going?
I think One Battle After Another may take it.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, what were you going to
say? I'm writing down our predictions. Okay.
Are we going to revisit? Is this going to be?
We'll just have a little look. When are the Oscars? What's the date, mate?
Good question. I actually haven't got the date of the ceremony. 15th March. 15th is it?
I honestly can't remember. So your best film, Sam is going for One Battle After Another.
And I'll tell you what, while you're sort of making notes of this, feel free, people, to message us with your predictions.
Yeah.
We'd love to know. Maybe, Drew, we should try and do a poll on social media, which that's that thing that I do each week that you have no clue about, just for reference. But maybe we could put it out there and see if people want to work out how to do that.
Let's see.
No, either, to be honest with you, I'm not very good with these sort of things. But it'd be interesting to see what others think. Whether our views are sort of agreed by most people. But yeah, so go on. What are you going?
I'm going to plump for the obvious one. I'm going to go for Sinners.
Okay.
I would prefer it if it were One Battle After Another, but I think, or Sentimental Values for that matter, because I think it's a fabulous film. But I'm going to go for the obvious one. I'm going to be led by my head, not my heart. I mean, as long as it isn't Marty Supreme, I'll be very happy.
You mean bugger? Yeah, and you don't think Hamnet stands a chance?
I don't. I think. No, I think there's been such a mind you, there's been a massive hype in this country. I don't know about America. I don't know whether. Well, we'll go on to best actors and actresses in a minute, but no, I don't think Hamnet will for some reason. Okay. I think the weight of the studios might be against that movie. But
so we dive straight to best actor. And the one I want to comment on particularly is Michael B. Jordan, because he's playing two roles, isn't he? He's playing twins, or he is twins in the movie. And obviously, I have an affiliation with that because I've done that albeit not on the same scale that he has. But it's just such a momentous thing to do. I mean, it's obviously incredibly challenging, but massively rewarding as well. So I would say that would stand him in great stead to win Best Actor because it's such a tough thing to do and an impressive thing to do. But Chalamet won the BAFTA, didn't he?
Yes.
And he is. I think he is the general favourite for best.
Yeah, actor. I think he's coming out. I mean, I just don't want him to win it because I just don't like him. He's not
controversial.
He's not an actor that impresses me.
Right, okay.
At all. Although I think I mean, and who knows? I mean, he's got. It's a tricky one, this, because he's playing a real life character that very few people know. Apparently, he plays him extraordinarily well and very true to the character. But who knows? So, I mean, he's a double-edged sword. It's a very difficult job because you're bringing to life someone. I mean, he's done it before. He did it with Dylan. I thought it was appalling. But that's just my opinion. I just don't
There's a
like
character
Timothée
assassination
Chalamet.
going on today, isn't there,
As
Drew?
far as I'm concerned, he could have got buried in Dune, and I would have been very happy. There we are.
Wow.
Very controversial. I don't know what it is about Timothy. I kind of like his chutzpah. I kind of like where he comes from, and he's sitting there going, blah blah blah, and he has a great attitude. Kind of like that. Just don't like watching him on screen.
Okay.
Makes me
Did
itch.
you see him in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, we won't go into that either. Then,
Yeah.
judging by your response there.
No, I just think he read everyone else's scripts, watched the movies, and went, "I'll take the best bits of all of them and shove it on the film." I think he's got something
devil's
about him.
advocate, Playing devil's advocate, do you not think that was down to direction and writing?
Could have been. Then again, you see, I think Johnny Depp was appalling as Wonka as well. So there you go.
But, and we're going to go massively off topic, and we're going to run out of time. We won't be able to do anything else. But fuck it, that's what we do. Do you not think that's because Gene Wilder was so revered in the role? Because I've got an interesting point on that. Just thinking, but so
yeah, I do think he created a role that you just couldn't do again.
yeah.
I think he made it very difficult to ever be good in that role or ever make your mark. I mean, I think Johnny Depp did a good job. I think I'm won over by. I think you're right. I think I'm swayed by Gene Wilder, and not in Timothée Chalamet's case because he makes my skin crawl. But just one of those actors. You just go, really, But if his studio's calling me for to play opposite him, yeah, I'm very happy.
But I would love him to have the opportunity to change your mind, mate. I think that'd be great.
Let's say I don't like. I think he's a good actor. I just don't like what he's been in. That's. I'll qualify that. I think I should qualify it by that. I didn't like the movie.
One other little point on Willy Wonka as a character, and I could be incredibly wrong on this, but didn't Roald Dahl hate the movie?
Yes.
Because
I think
they
you're right.
Americanized it and they changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what he thought of Gene Wilder either in that role, whether he was too abrupt, too controversial and edgy. And
I think he softened it. I think he did take stuff out. I think I'm right. I don't know the history of Wonka, but yeah. But it was certainly bad. But I mean, apologies to Timothée Chalamet. He has been nominated for Oscar. I haven't. So best of luck to you, mate. Yeah. I just probably won't be watching.
He is my vote, mate. If you're making,
he's yours.
No,
okay.
Sorry, he's not my vote. He is my guess.
He's your guess. Okay.
My vote, I'd probably go Michael B. Jordan because I know what he did and how difficult it is to do it, even on my low level to up it to there. Yeah. As much as I think he's unbelievable, I don't think DiCaprio stands a chance. I don't think so. I mean, Ethan Hawke as well. It's kind of that's a little one under the radar. I think I would love to see Wagner Maurer for Secret Agent because he got Best Actor in Cannes. Yeah, and it's a superb film. I think it just not big enough.
I agree. I mean, I'm going to go with you on Timothée Chalamet. I don't want to, but I think.
Okay.
I don't. That's my.
Hang on. Should we not have a rule where we vote differently, where we guess?
In which case, then I'm going to go for Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, just to really mess it up, I've gone for the one that you desperately don't want, and you've gone for the one that I do want. So.
Yeah, there you go. So one of us will be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, best actress.
In fact,
now this is
both of us will probably be happy, or neither of us. Anyway,
that's true.
Best actress.
Best actress.
Really interesting one.
It really is.
And whoever gets to speak first, I think, is going to say what I'm thinking. So
go on.
I just think it would be Jessie Buckley.
Do you?
Yeah. I just think I don't think it'd be Emma Stone because she's won recently, and I know that shouldn't be a thing, but I didn't do the research on this actually. I can't remember. If there has been someone that's won back to back, it's been very rare.
I couldn't name one, but
Nicholson. No, not back to back.
No.
Tell you what, when we come back to do the reveal, we'll look at that because
we'll look at that. Yeah.
I mean, taking into people like Walt Disney have won back to backs, and there will be studios that have done, and
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, but they weren't 1 year after the other. There was always a gap because I was going to
There's a
say
gap.
there's every chance that won like best soundscape a few years or something like that. Or whatever. Is it Soundscape it's called? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't think. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I genuinely think Jessie Buckley will win it.
I
In Hamlet.
I think she probably will, because I mean, she has made such a storm, and it has been. Yeah, I mean, I mean, my a little part of me, just because I like the film, I'd like to see Kate Hudson win it.
She's sort of like she's one of those stalwarts, isn't she? Of Hollywood, is always around, like, and then sort of goes quiet, but then comes.
And I kind of think she deserves it.
She's
and
worked hard for many years. So.
Yeah, I mean, and I think she's great in Song Sung Blue. I think the Hollywood actors would like to see her win.
Yeah.
I think she's an actor's actor. I think the studios would probably like. Maybe her or Emma Stone, but I just don't think anybody can argue with the furore that Jessie Buckley's got. I think she'll. I mean, it's great for British film. It's great for British actors.
Absolutely. So,
but I mean, it's an interesting one. I'm just looking down. I mean. I'll tell you what I've been impressed about Emma Stone, whether she wins it or not. She really puts herself out there, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, and I versatility. I think
you look at Begonia and what she went through, and all the I mean, Jesus, she physically puts herself out there. So yeah, maybe she'll get a nod. Who knows? But I mean, if Kate Hudson wins, and Goldie Hawn's going to be well she could be well chuffed.
So what is your final guess for that one?
I think Jessie Buckley. I don't think you can. I think common sense tells me.
Okay, but so what do we do then? Because that's the same again. So
then I will go for Kate Hudson.
Okay.
I'm going to let my heart.
And from now on, you don't have to make the sacrifice every time. If there's a joint one, I will also. I think I would like. I'd like to see Kate Hudson win it. Best supporting actress, mate. And again, this is another one. And the same thing has happened in best supporting actor. I wonder if this has happened very often, and something else I'll look up. Multiple from the same film nominated in the category. Because you've got and I don't even know how to pronounce it though. But Inga Ibsdotter Lilius, is that correct?
Lilius, yeah.
Along with Elle Fanning of both.
Elle Fanning,
supporting in Sentimental Value.
Yeah.
Equally, you've got Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro both nominated for One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another.
So I don't know. Maybe that has happened more than you realise. I'm thinking back. I can't pick any out.
I can't remember that. Yeah, but I mean, the interesting. I'll come on to Sentimental Value in a minute and one of the categories. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's such a good movie. It might nudge one of those. I mean, it looks like it's going to be. Elle Fanning. She's been around a bit. She's done some good work. She might be owed a little nudge and a lift up the star system. So, but I don't know. I mean, Amy Madigan in Weapons. I mean, there's a fabulous actor.
Brilliant film, and great
fabulous.
Actor.
So,
well, then where are you going to go on that one?
I'm gonna hope Elle Fanning gets it.
Okay.
I'm gonna hope for Elle Fanning.
Okay, I'm gonna completely throw it on its head. Then I'm gonna go for Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another, because I don't think it will get either of the leads, but I think it's such a good film.
Yeah.
That and it is driven by the actors in it.
Yeah,
So
it's a character-driven film. So you're going to go for Tiana Taylor?
But I would have said Elle Fanning. So we're agreeing on a lot, but then varying just for entertainment purposes. But and go on then. I'll let you go first on supporting actor as well.
I mean, just because I love him, I would just love to see Sean Penn get it. I really would. I really would like Sean Penn to get,
and for the same reason, because I think he's bloody brilliant, I'm going to go for Delroy Lindo in Sinners. Because
saying that,
no,
actually, no.
You changing your mind?
I'm going to go for the other one back. I'm going to say Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like them both because they're just left of centre. But
Yeah.
I think I'd like Benicio del Toro to win it more
Okay.
than Sean Penn. So yeah, I'm gonna hope for Benicio del Toro.
Fair enough. Okay. Best director
Ooh,
again
yeah.
is almost the same as best picture, and I don't mean that in the sense that it will go the same way, but it kind of, and I guess this would probably be the same historically, if it's been nominated for best picture, the director's going to be up there, and that's happened in this case, hasn't it? All five.
Yes, it has. Yeah.
Obviously, there are 10 nominations for best picture, but half of them, their directors have been nominated. I think maybe this is where Sinners jumps back in because it's got so many. You were going to say the same.
Yeah.
I don't, and it's really bad. I don't know Ryan Coogler's previous work.
No.
I couldn't plug anything to.
So you reckon Ryan Coogler then?
Yeah. I'm going to edge that way.
I think you might be right simply because it's a big movie, big nominations, and and I think you're going to go, well, it needed a big director to put it on the screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think Chloe Zhao for Hamnet.
You don't. It's a shame.
It's a shame because and she's a fabulous director, but I've got a feeling it might be Josh Savdi for Marty Supreme.
I can see that as well. I mean, the funny thing is, because of the size of each of these five, it could be any of them because they're all unbelievable.
It's true, mate. It could go anywhere. And I think that's one of the after Ryan Coogler, if it isn't Ryan Coogler, I think it's an open playing field. And obviously we won't know that. But
and the interesting thing here is we've got 4 of these 5 are nominated for 8 or 9 Oscars or more.
Yeah.
So you've got obviously Sinners up there with 16. One Battle After Another is 13, I think.
I think it is 13.
And then I think Marty Supreme and Sentimental Value are both 8 or 9, something like
Marty Supreme, Frankenstein, interesting. Sentimental Value, they're 9.
Yeah.
Hamlet is 8, and the others are sort of 5
all,
and 6.
all 5 are 8 or above.
Yeah.
So in theory, at least 1 or 2 of them are going to be quite disappointed, and they're going to take.
Yes.
I don't think, and I'm putting this out there now, I don't think any of them will take none. I think of those 5 movies, 1 may get 1, 1 may get 2, and then the others will get like most of the rest of them. But I don't think any of them will leave empty-handed. It's
interesting.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. No, I looked at sort of, we mentioned one of what they call the snubs. People snubbed at the Oscars. Obviously, we mentioned Wicked, and I was very surprised it didn't get something, production or music or something like that, but it didn't. The other one was Paul Mescal. I mean, we've had a chat about.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing for Best Supporting.
No.
It's very surprising.
And he is sort of the hot property in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like he is in everything. And rightly so, he's very, very good.
He's fucking good.
But it's almost a bit like, and funnily enough, we spoke about it a couple of years ago when we were talking about Barbie. What's her name? Margot Robbie not being nominated. And it got very few, considering how it took the world by storm. Obviously, the whole Barbenheimer combined with Oppenheimer, like the double bill sort of thing. And Oppenheimer had everything, and Barbie had very little. And you could say very similar with Wicked. Is it... And it's a really difficult thing to say. And thinking back, I'm trying to think of an example. But actually, I think thinking back, I'm sort of supporting myself. Is it because it's children's movies? And I know Wicked isn't specifically for children in that example. And I know Barbie, the messages behind it weren't necessarily, but they were open to all sort of thing. And do you think it's less easy for a performer or a film to make a massive statement when it has to be watchable by younger audiences?
Also, and I think I agree where you're coming from there. Also, it's had such success as a stage musical, and then to go into I mean, it's normally goes the other way around. You go a movie and they put it on stage. You think of Lion King, you think of all the Disney movies going onto stage, all that stuff, Grease, all those things. And then this has gone from stage to screen. And is it a big enough movie on screen to garner that Academy appeal? I don't know. I mean, it should be, and they're fine films. But I just wonder whether the second one coming out, it suddenly is a mini franchise, when they'll go, oh, hang on a minute, maybe they're waiting to see whether it has a continued appeal. But that it's interesting. And the other one, the other one people are saying is Chase Infinity. This massive new rising star. Everyone's chasing her around a bit like Paul Mescal, and she got nothing for one battle after another. Not even they thought she'd get Best Actress. But
the other thing that's just sort of jumped out at me, and we'll round up very shortly because there's a couple more we're going to weigh in on, and others. There are obviously lots more categories, but we are not in a position to comment on them because things like international film haven't seen enough of them to be able to weigh in.
Could not make a good judgment.
Stunts and effects and stuff. We haven't got the expertise to look at those, but we can look at acting, performance, and dialogue because we've been in those sort of positions. Nothing mentioned in song or score for Wicked, which is a musical. Like,
that's what I say.
Is that a technicality? Is it's not best original song because it was already existing because it's a musical? Like, is that the reason behind it? I don't know, but I agree. It's a very strange one because you would have thought somewhere within there was something. He doesn't have to win, but it doesn't even get a nomination or anything. It's extraordinary. I think and I can't answer the question. I don't know why. I mean, but another there's a new category which is the casting category. Yes,
and it's very interesting because of all the films, Sentimental Value. It has 4 actor nominations.
Yeah.
Yet it is not the casting team don't get a nomination for best casting. It's like, well, hang on a minute. If you think 4 people in that film have been beautifully cast and have played one enough to get an Oscar nomination, but the team that put them there don't get the Oscar nomination, I think that made me go, hang on a minute,
Unless, and how's this for controversy, mate? Unless they've all been nominated because they weren't expected to be good for the role, but they've pulled it out the bag. So it's not casting. Casting have fucked up by getting the wrong person, but that person's worked really hard and proved otherwise. It's not true at all. I'm not saying that, but that's
that's really turning it on its head. But and then again, you say that, I mean, have these 4 actors been so surprising to get, but they got nominations. But then, I think the casting people might be a little bit more clever at that. I might disagree with you on that one, but I know where you're coming from because bizarre things are said about movies and actors, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fascinating lottery, isn't it?
It is. I just want to say one other thing quickly, just to dial back on something we said earlier. We made comments about certain things only having 1 nomination or so. When we were saying that, we kind of more meant it about the categories we were going to talk about specifically. So, for example, I think we said F1 only got nominated in 1. That's not strictly true because it's got, I think, best editing and stuff like that. But we were talking more about the big ones. Not that getting an Oscar in another category isn't big because it's unbelievable, but actors, supportings, film, screenplay, and director. Those are kind of the ones that we're able to weigh it in on, in a sense. But yeah, so we're going to round up very, very shortly. But which way did you go with director?
I think I'm going to have to go for Ryan Coogler on Sinners. But
right, so I will change then. I'm going to go with heart, not head, and I'm going to say I'm probably going to be wrong because I think it will be Ryan Coogler. I'm going to say Chloe Zhao. Just as I really
no, hang on a minute. No. I'm not reading my notes.
You're changing your
Josh. You went for Ryan Coogler.
I did.
I went for Josh Savdi.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did say it, sorry.
For Marty
It's
Supreme.
great, isn't it? We were only talking about 5 minutes ago and we both forgot it.
But I'm not reading my notes. I've got my notes down here, and I wasn't looking at it. But
I think, and very quickly, because I know you've got to run on. So screenplay, and I'm going to. There are two because there's best adapted and best original.
Oh, screenplay.
So I am going to go. I think best adapted will be Frankenstein because it's got limited nominations, but I think that one. I think it's just been so well done and it's been so well received.
Yeah.
And for original, I think it'll be Sinners again.
Yeah. I would like to agree with you on both of those because I think you're right on both of those. So I'm not going to choose alternatives.
Okay.
Because I think
Okay.
we'll agree on those.
And of course, as we said, there are so many other things: song, score, animation, documentary. You've got production, you've got sound, you've got editing. That we could go in and we'd be here all day. But the reason we've gone for those. Oh, actually, one I will say though, I will eat my hat if Avatar doesn't win Best Visual Effects.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm not sure it's got any others that I can remember off the top of my head. But it's bound to win something. Like otherwise, they'll cry the amount of money they've thrown at it.
Oh, because another just.
But yeah, there are so many other categories we could go into. But what we've tried to do is weigh in on the ones that we can speak quite openly about,
reasonably knowledgeably about.
Yes, knowledgeably. That's better rather than openly. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope you found that interesting. Drew and I yet again have gone a year without being nominated for an Oscar. We're very disappointed, but we've given you our 10 cents, 2p, whatever the phrase is these days. None of those coins really exist anymore. On what we think, why we think it. We'd love to hear your opinions.
Definitely.
And we will revisit. We'll come back once we know the results and see if we can decipher some of the because there are bound to be shocks. There are bound to be things that we kind of go, oh, why did we not see that coming? And who knows? So I'm pretty sure, was it Titanic holds the record with 13 wins? Right, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right in saying that. So.
I think we said it in a previous episode. I think it won 13 out of 14, and Lord of the Rings held the record for 11 out of 11 for winning
11,
everything, which was and it could only get 11 that year, I think. So we'll see. Could Sinners take more? It has the opportunity to, and in fact, what was the other one that was high up?
That was
Sinners has a chance of equaling.
One battle after another.
Yeah. So, but we will return very soon to chat about that. But also, we'll have a guest next week, and you're not going to want to miss. So, thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Drew, take it easy, mate.
Take it easy, Sam. Bye, everyone.
Thanks again for watching this episode of Drewling Samantics.
Please make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video.
Don't forget, we're also available as audio only. Just search Drewling Samantics in any good podcast app. And please support us on social media. All our links and handles are on screen now.
We love welcoming new followers and subscribers, so why not share with your family and friends so they can join in too? Thanks very much. See you next time.